Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit, and in the green, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We are ready for the end game. We have done pretty much everything. It's just the last bit to go. One last showdown and a very long cutscene. I have been waiting for you, Lunk. Where did you come from? And a nice shot of Sheik's butt for those of you who would enjoy that. Lunk, the hero of time. You notice that Navi was layered over Sheik somehow. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have a final challenge. A showdown with Ganondorf, the King of Evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell only to you. Please listen. Oh no, not another person confessing. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folk, the Sheikah. Oh well. And Lunk just sort of sits there and gradually falls asleep. If you would seek the Sacred Triangle, listen well. Pay attention in maths class. The resting place of the Sacred Triangle, the Sacred Realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart. The heart of one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. Unsurprisingly, if pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the Sacred Triangle. It is a balance that weighs the 3 forces: power, wisdom, and courage. One of them's a bit better than the other 2. If the heart of the one who holds the Sacred Triangle has all 3 forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into 3 parts: power, wisdom, and courage. Only one part will remain for the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the 2 lost parts. Those 2 parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. That is the closest I've ever come to considering a tattoo, but even then I can't work out which one I'd go for. Because I'm not sure if any of them really suit me. Maybe wisdom, because I like learning new things. 7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time and entered the Sacred Realm. Nice going, numbnuts. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Legend of Zelda, title drop. The Triforce separated into 3 parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained in Ganondorf's hand. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the 2 other Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of Courage is you, Lunk. Hooray, we're brave but stupid! And the other who holds the Triforce of Wisdom is the 7th sage who is destined to be the leader of them all. So that's where all the Deku Nuts came. Oh wait, hang on. Somehow the dress grew up with Zelda. She must have a good tailor on hand. It is I, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. It's kind of a shame we never got to have any help from Sheik. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. You know, we could start working together instead of monologuing here. On that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf attacked Hyrule Castle. Wait, why are we monologuing? I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant, Impa. Let me tell you, you were wrong about Ganondorf being just a tourist, and I was right the whole time. He was pure evil. What do you say to that? You were a complete idiot for trying to claim he was a tourist. I wasn't prejudiced because he had red hair. I was prejudiced because he was obviously evil. I thought I should entrust the Ocarina to you. I thought that would be our best chance. Unfortunately, I didn't get my goal of trying out for the New England Patriots. It's a little bit hard when you're on the run. As long as you had the Ocarina in your possession, I thought Ganondorf could never enter the Sacred Realm, but you opened the door of time. Way to go. Something I could never expect happened. After you opened the door of time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the Sacred Realm. Your spirit remained in the Sacred Realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hands. He went on to invade the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf had become the evil king, and the Sacred Realm became a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as a Sheikah and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. And now you are back. The Dark Age ruled by Ganondorf the Evil King will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the Sacred Realm. We're going to get a very big bag with a $sign on it. Ganondorf is a professional thief. He's honor-bound to go for the big bag with a $sign on it, or maybe loot written on it. One of the two. I will then seal the door to the Sacred Realm from this world, and I'm going to do a better job than Impa. I know what you're thinking. I'm going to have a talk with her. No more gaps does not work for sealing up evil spirits, actual magic. Thus, Ganondorf the Evil King will vanish from Hyrule. Lunk, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here is a weapon that can penetrate the Evil King's defenses. The power given to the Chosen Ones. The Sacred Arrow of Light. And we get the fancy energy. A ball of light. She's not going to blast us, is she? Nope, we get the light arrows. Which have a lot more use in Majora's Mask. That was really, really creative how they used them in that game. You got the light arrow, set it to sea and your arrows will be powered up. The light of justice will smite evil! And it's an earthquake. Oh no, we stood here monologuing for too long. The building's falling apart. That rumbling. It can't be. Has the Bean Burrito Festival started again? Oh, this year's must be terrible. Wait, that's not something that happens with a bean burrito.
Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor! I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years.
To be honest, I got kind of bored and started learning how to play the organ.
But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around.
I mean, it's totally not an excuse for thinking he was absolutely no threat whatsoever. I mean, have you seen this kid?
He's got 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for 3rd place. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. He's dumb but capable. No, It was not the kid's power I misjudged, it was the power of the Triforce of Courage. He couldn't do anything on his own, he'd stick a fork in a power outlet. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these two Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world! If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle!
In the darkest nightmare hour, when not moon nor sun has risen, I take Zelda in my power. I shall keep her in my prison.
Yeah, we kind of stood around monologuing for way too long. Let's get going. We have a final dungeon to storm and a boss to defeat. We're gonna get it done. These episodes might be a bit longer, but we are going to get it done. No time for the read-eds. Let's head straight to Ganon's castle. We've already been here and got the Skulltula. Ganon's castle. No door knocking. Alright, look. I'm sorry, but I do have to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Lunk, can you hear me? It's Rauru, the sage, and I was the owl. We six will gather our power to create a bridge to the castle where Ganondorf dwells. The castle's keep, which is known as Ganon's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers. Why doesn't anybody use good barriers? I'd be happy to help somebody with that. Maybe I should have talked to Zelda. Anyway, bring down the 6 barriers and save Princess Zelda. Oh, and kill Ganondorf while you're at it too. That'd be a good lunk.
And we have a bridge to Ganon's castle. Don't worry, Lunk. You'll be alright crossing this rainbow bridge. Hello to everybody's pets who've passed on and crossed that rainbow bridge. You will always be cherished. And now we go inside Ganon's castle. Charging down the stairway with its luxurious carpet and BMOS sentries, who get their eyes crossed very quickly, but we can just ignore them. There is the central tower. We need to clear out the barriers. Now, there is something interesting we can do. I'm pretty sure there's a room that we can access with the lens of truth. Somewhere down here. I think there is anyway. I'll have to literally look around and see what I can discover. It's not that way. That's one of the barriers. That's going to get annoying really fast. And what also gets annoying really fast is my sinuses going nuts. Ah, there it is. So, this is a bit of a recharge room. Ah, fairies and some Deku scrubs. So, now we can talk to them. The Megaton Hammer is really useful like that. Sell you a red potion. I didn't want to buy it anyway. What about you? What are you selling? I do need some of those. Sorry. And we get the hearts as well. So, you are selling bombs. I don't think we need... Let's just buy those. And you're selling... Damn. I'd have to leave and come back in, but that's got the green potion I want. Let me get a... Tell you what, well, I'll come back for that a bit later. But we can go through everything but the light the light barrier. Because those pillars need the golden gauntlets, which are only used for a couple of things. I think we get them in the shadow barrier. So, let's make our way through the forest barrier first, though. I think we've got invisible enemies here. The Wolfos isn't invincible, though. Well, that died pretty quickly. Are there keys in here? I'm sure there are invisible enemies. At least I thought there were. Alright, $5, great. So we need Din's fire for this. And then we can shoot... We need Din's fire to light most of the torches, and then we wind up hitting that torch up above with an arrow, and that'll get us through this area. Oh, who's that? How on earth do they manage it? How do they manage it? Everyone in my family somehow manages to wind up calling me either when I'm recording or when I'm in the bog or when I'm driving, and there is no exception. I mean, I've said it before. I do love my family, but please just send me a message first. I'm never gonna win. Well, we get rid of the BMOS and we collect a whole bunch of silver rupees. My bombs fell into the abyss. And we've got no traction. I am sincerely astonished how they manage to do it each time. It's bordering on some sort of supernatural ability. I have to wait for the fans to stop. And man, they're making a scratchy noise, so... Somehow we can press that switch down, but that makes hook shot targets, long shot targets appear. Okay, now where are we going? We need to go over here. The camera didn't cooperate. Oh, that has completely mucked things up. I think I was talking about favourite dungeons. Like, Minish Cap does just have some peak dungeons in general. Some really neat ones. Twilight Princess was Arbiter's Grounds and Snow Peak Ruins. Now, when we get to these big barriers, we put our normal boots on. We get our light arrows, and we shoot the big target, the big glowing orb of evil energy. We cheap out on the magic. Alrighty. Line up our light arrow. And the arrow stays on screen for some reason. The forest barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, Lunk. Yeah, no, you don't need to tell me twice. The Arbiter's Grounds has a really good design, gets into the Poe hunt very well, and the spinner is such a fantastic item, and it caps off with an amazing boss fight. We do need to go to the Shadow Medallion barrier next, I think we should, because we are going to need the golden gauntlets for the fire barrier. But yeah, honestly, it's really, really good. It has a great design, sort of that desert ruin that used to tie into important locations in the series. Now, we do need to light the torch over there. Or we need the Lens of Truth, one of the two. Now we can long shot to that. I think we can long shot to the chest. We can long shot our way through this room, if I'm correct. So, just $5. There's a lot of 5 rupees in here. Oh, we did actually make it. Now, if we're just a little bit... Oh, can we not shoot the like-like? Weird poisonous soup down. There we go, that's got it. I was starting to worry a little bit. So, that's what happens when you don't have the fire arrows. Now, we can see our magic disappear into the abyss. We can use the hover boots. We do need the lens of truth for some things, so we'll get our neat boots out. We should be able to make it over here. Disappointingly, no. That sucked. I thought we would be able to make it. Yeah, so Phantom Hourglass, I don't think the dungeons are that strong because they're relatively... Oh, that's timed. Okay, so the rusty switch will help us get out. I don't know if we can make it over there with the hover boots. From downtown, he misses slightly. There we go, we weren't far off. Don't want to go too far. We do have to step on this. And that gets us our big chest for this area. Long shot up to this and we get golden gauntlets. Then we have to walk over to the rusty switch and we get out that way. So the golden gauntlets give us the ultimate strength upgrade, but it's really not that useful because we don't get to do very much with it. Alright, we do need to... Oh, there is actually a path that leads over to it. But we can thankfully avoid having to walk back and pick up the health because we can just long shot the torch. Oh, we could have lit that torch rather than going downtown. Oh well. Excuse me? Picky, picky, picky. Anyway, that is a second barrier down. They're pretty simple, all things considered. You know what, I'll probably wind up clearing this. And then we can wind up going into the end game in the next episode. I'll put my regular boots back on. But yeah, Phantom Hourglass, I don't think the dungeons stand out a lot for me, but I think... Though I remember Muto's Temple being a favourite because I love the boss fight in that. And the hammer in that game, an amazing item. The shadow barrier is dispelled. Please save the princess. So yeah, being able to essentially have that remote operation hammer was really, really good. Just tap and bang, you're hitting something. That was really neat. Spirit Tracks, the fire temple was pretty good. Well, I think all of the dungeons had their own neat little flavour. I do like the ocean temple because it was the it was set up as the so we can clear everything in here, but I do want to head out. Actually, we'll clear all the dungeons in here before I head out. But yeah, Yeah, the Ocean Temple was really good and we had a good boss fight. Oh, we need blue fire. Hang on. Can I... Can I? Oh, there is a freezer. Rightio, so that gets us... Oh, the door's open. And a couple of chests. Those icicles are respawning very quickly. Oh, that's... No, I feel cheated. No. So I suppose I'd better let a fairy out. Now, I can use the recharge room later on. But yeah, blue fire. Why can't I shoot an arrow through that? That would have been really handy. Oh, freeze trap. They don't do too much damage, they're just annoying. But yeah, so spirit tracks, I do have a bit of fondness in a way for all the dungeons. I think the forests, well, no, I'd probably say the forest and ocean temples are my favourite. Skyward Sword, Ancient Cistern is a winner, but I also really like the Lanaro mining facility and the sand ship. Those are really well done. All the stuff with the time shift stones, brilliant. That was really well done. I appreciate that. Now we do have a time requirement. Is this silver rupees? Or is it just... I think we just have to hit a switch. Did I get that right? Probably not. Yep, I got the wrong one. Of course I got the wrong one. Don't know what exactly happens or why there's a timer. But we have to go back in through here. Now we have to push that one this way. I think. Then that's the doorway. So that goes there. It's convenient that it doesn't just slide over the top. That's how this works. So we go here. But yeah, why is there a timer in this room anyway? Why is there just sort of some sort of arbitrary time challenge? And this does kind of highlight the water connection with ice. Do I need any more blue fire? Yes. So I push that over here. Please. There we go. The ceiling's not exactly descending on us, so why on earth is there a timer? It's just one of those weird things, I guess. Anyway, we get up here. Is that another rusted switch? We really need the hammer. It is putting in work. Yeah, we need the hammer again. I mean, okay, fair enough. I can imagine a rusted switch being in the water barrier. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so this should get us to... Yep, this gets us the third barrier down, and we've got fire, light, and spirit to go. Not too bad, not too bad at all. So yeah, this is a bit disrupted. The water barrier is dispelled. Yeah, I just wanted to do that. Yeah, we're not doing too bad as far as speed goes. It's a bit of a mess. I've completely lost track of time. I wound up being... It's not that I mind talking to my family. I like my family, but as I've said, please just send me a message because you always manage to call me when I'm in the bathroom or when I'm in the bathroom or I'm driving, and just... I don't know how they manage to do it each and every time. It's incredible. There's no malice in it, it's just awful, awful timing, constantly. Okay, so we'll keep looping around the room. So the fire barrier, I believe I do need my hover boots for. These do come in really handy. Okay. We are kitted out, because if we wear these, platform in the middle doesn't actually sink. These ones do, though. If we fall in the lava, we have to do everything all over again, which is a pain. Out here. Yes. Yeah, how did I know that was going to happen? Ow. Now I'm on fire. Alright, so there's that's 2 down. There were usually 5, as I said. Is it in Master Quest that we wind up having to go all the way out onto the lava to get the... And there we go, massive boost in strength. Pick up the pillar, we just throw it out there. And away we go. Torch slide. Oh, I just got that in time. Yeah, this is the one that's always tripped me up a little bit. Because you head out here. There's no hookshot target. But the thing that kind of gets me is... you can't grab onto that, so you wind up falling into the lava. But thankfully the door stays locked. I've always wondered, like, are you supposed to fall into that trap because you can't grab onto the edge of the pillar? And unless there's something invisible that I've missed... Whoop, too low. And, yeah. That one's always seemed a little bit odd. But that's just me. Whoop. And... blast through. 4 out of 6.
The fire barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, brother! Look, you know this is serious because I'm not going on about traditional Goron manliness. Oh wait, I kinda did. Sorry about that.
Fortunately, you can usually wrap this up quickly, so we're having a couple of longer episodes for the finale, but... oh boy. What an adventure it's been. It still remains an amazing game. I mean, sure, it's got its issues along the way. The graphics probably didn't age too well, but that's to be expected. I don't mind if a game's graphics don't age too well, because, well, you know, technology is going to improve over time, and if a game's graphics are still looking cutting edge 20 years on, it's either the sign of a really good art style, or technology hasn't improved that much. This is the one with all the invisible enemies. Alright, well we defeated those and the chest appears in front of us. Were all those chests booby traps? Alright, great. We got frozen 3 times. We've got money, a heart, and an arrow. So we need to play Zelda's Lullaby here. That's not that much of a challenge. If you've forgotten what to do by now, you might just be panicking a little bit. I think they had a like in here in Master Quest. Gee, sometime I will actually have to break out Master Quest. That would be interesting, trying to 100% Master Quest. This small room reminds me of a similar styled room in Ganon's Tower in A Link to the Past. Now we have to gather silver rupees while avoiding rolling rocks. That wasn't helpful. Wait for that. One in here, and then we get to the alcove. Nice and easy. Oh no, we still have to make our way to the door. Why is there a random timer? Is there a spiked ceiling or something? Nope, we made it to the barrier. One more to go, the Spirit Barrier, which I think is one of the few occasions where... Oh yeah, that's right. They get you with a Lens of Truth trap. Oh, there's a Wallmaster. That's interesting. I didn't know there was a Wallmaster in that room. That's actually pretty cool. You do learn something new every day. Line it up. One more to go.
Light barrier is dispelled. Hurry! You know it's serious because I'm not holding you up with exposition.
And last one. Then we can go back outside the castle. Magic power is slowly fading and we will be able to breach the center. We are so close. And we've still nearly got 500 rupees again. Wish we got a bigger wallet. So, lots of spike traps we will get. That. And we can maneuver the Armos around as well. Which is the ultimate plan. Wait, these enemies. No. But I'm just going to do this because I have the opportunity. Alright, one of them. Do you have any idea how nice that feels? Just being able to shatter, to basically freeze them on the spot. I mean, yes, it costs magic, but it's just so useful, so good, saves me time, and you can get magic pickups easily. Wait, what would Alright, so it doesn't do anything special. But yeah, we got magic top-ups. Now we need to hit that. Now I believe we do need Bomb Chew because otherwise arrows won't work. Yeah, for some reason, that doesn't work. It's really weird. Like, this is one of the 2 occasions where you need Bombchu. Off we go. And that opens that. And this chest gives us the Bombchu we need. Oh wait, okay, we've maxed out our Bombchu. Rightio. So, we need fire arrows, I think. Because we can't shoot... Hang on, please? I wonder, did they think of it? Okay, so they did not think of it. I just wanted to check. I was always curious. I was thinking, I'm curious here. Did they actually wind up letting you do what you could do in Majora's Mask? But no, you can't do that, unfortunately. Not again. That opens a... I don't know what that one was. Oh, they're just all War Masters. Oh well, forget that. We have made it through. We're just about done with everything. We've nearly cleared out Ganon's castle. Why did we get rid of that? There we are, the last barrier's done. The arrow is still hanging there in midair. The spirit barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, kid! Alright, with that done, we will be able to enter the central tower, but I'll need to scurry outside for just a little bit. I'll need to see if those Deku scrubs are back as well, because I want to buy a green potion going into the final battle. I've got a fairy, I've got 2 red potions. I shouldn't have too much trouble. But the barrier is dispelled with very funky lighting. I mean, you could really turn that into a rave. Very nice. Is it underneath this? Yeah. All right. Very good. Very good. All the fairies have been summoned. You are the one I wanted to talk to. Spare me and I will sell you a green potion for $40. Thank you very much. I need this just in case I do run out of magic. But what I want to do now is head outside. So, once we leave the castle, run all the way over here. Past this string of boulders to a giant pillar. We can lift this up. And with a mighty surge of effort, the pillar crashes into the wall, the frame rate chugs like a frat boy on keg night. And we can go in here. This will unbalance the game in our favour a bit. Summon the Great Fairy. We've got something useful. Something that we only get for the final dungeon. I mean, in Majora's Mask, when you got this, you could have the entire Ikana region boosted by double defense, and it made things a lot better. Because it kind of got tough, but it was awesome. Ikana's easily my favourite part of Majora's Mask. The Great Fairy of Courage. I'm going to enhance your defensive power. Now you have the ability to charge into danger stupidly with twice as much vehemence. We get our energy, and we will take half damage. Ganondorf is balanced for us having normal defense. Same deal with Ganon. So, understandably, oh man, the flickering in and out. We feel strength welling in our body. Challenge again. Your defensive power has been enhanced. Damage inflicted by enemies will be reduced by half. I'm not 100% sure on the syntax of that. I suppose if you're reducing it... No, I think that is correct. But anyway, we are fully kitted out with everything. We have completed pretty much everything. The only thing remaining is to beat the crap out of Ganondorf. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base. Oh god, that's still moving. I didn't realise that was still moving. I don't think I've ever been more annoyed to be rich in my entire life. We got there's $100 under my house? You must be hardened with fire. You ruined my line.